Hi there. Well, today's video is just going to be a channel chat. I like to do these every 3 or 4 months or so just to sort of bring everyone up to speed on life updates and channel updates and just things that I have planned, what's going on, and I usually have a few questions for you as well. So I have a little list of things here that I've wrote down just to make sure I stay on track. I want to go ahead and cover everything so I don't forget anything. So my first thing that I want to talk to you about is just my channel plans, some things that I have coming up, and the next video I think you're going to see is going to be Love Favorites, and that's going to be my Love Favorites 2014, just the products that I love the most this past year, the new products to me, and I think I'm going to split that up into a beauty video and a non-beauty video because every month I include both of those things, but I'm afraid that if I did it all together it was going to get really long. And that way, if you only wanted to see beauty or you only wanted to see my non-beauty, you would have a choice of watching it that way. So that's probably what I'm going to be recording next, and that will come up probably next week, I'm thinking. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up. It might go up on New Year's Day or the day after, something like that. So that will be the week of, let's see what's coming up the next week, whatever the week of the 6th I think is, or something like that. So be on the lookout for that. I do have a whole lot of reviews to catch up on. I've got so many things I want to bring you reviews on. I've got the MAC Matchmaster Concealer. That's something I'm really excited to bring you a review about. I've been testing that. I've got the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. That's, you know, something that's probably been reviewed a lot, but I did want to talk to you about it because it's been something I've really been enjoying. I've got the IT Cosmetics Celebration Palette. I've still not done a review on that. I don't know. I just have so many things. I've got this list and I feel like I keep adding to the list but not doing the reviews. I've just got so many. So I think I just did the Tartelette palette review, and I've just got so many. I am going to be catching up on that. So there's going to be a lot of reviews in January. I think that's going to be most of what January is. The other thing that I want to mention to you is just, as always, video requests. If you have something that you would like to see, please let me know. I always love getting video requests, and I try to put them onto my list and just do them as I can. And I just think it's really good that I'm always trying to bring you content that you want to see and content that I like to make, and so we're all sort of on the same page with that. So if there's something that I haven't done that you'd like to see, do leave that down below and I will do my best to accommodate that. The next thing I want to talk to you about is just more on a personal note. I kind of really just struggled with whether or not this was something I was going to talk about on my channel, because I'm usually more private about this kind of stuff, but I also do consider you guys my friends, and so I just thought I would share it. This has been going on with me for about the past, maybe not quite a month or so, but I really didn't want to bring it up before the holidays because I felt like I was going to sound a little bit like a thundercloud and kind of negative or whatever, so I didn't want to talk about it. My other concern is that it would also be just attention seeking, and I never want to come across as like I'm trying to get attention for something, so that was sort of my concern whether or not to bring it up. But it's just basically some health issues. I'm having some health issues that have been kind of bothering me a little bit. Basically what has happened is we knew that our health insurance was going to get really expensive this year. We're going to have a lot higher deductibles and our premiums and everything else. So in November, I just went to my doctor just to get all the basic blood work done. I really wasn't expecting anything to come out of it, but I thought I should do this. That way, if there's anything that needs to be addressed, I can do it before the end of the year, before it's going to get more expensive to do this kind of stuff. So really didn't give it a thought. Got my blood work done, put it out of my mind, and about a week later, my doctor's office called me, and we were actually just running out to my husband's office Christmas party. So I got a call and they said, hey, your blood work came back and your white blood cell counts are low. You've got neutropenia, so we just want to refer you to a hematologist to follow up on that. And I thought, oh, okay, whatever, you know, and hung up the phone, and we were like grabbing things, running out the door. And so we're getting in the car, and my husband, I told him about that, and he's like, what does that mean? And I said, you know, I'm not really sure. I don't really know what that means. So of course I looked it up, and I got a little bit concerned, kind of for a specific reason. About 10 years ago, I had a health issue come up where I developed what's called a petechial rash. It's basically just some bleeding underneath your skin. It kind of looks like bruising, but it's actually bleeding. And it went all over my legs. I was covered with it. And so at that time, I had to have a ton of blood work done. My doctors initially thought it was leukemia and then maybe a bleeding disorder and a lot of different things. And ultimately, we never got it figured out, but it just sort of resolved on its own. But when I saw the hematologist, and I think I also saw a rheumatologist at that time, they just said, well, nothing's standing out to us now, but that doesn't mean that something isn't going to show up later on, or you're not going to develop something. So when this sort of came up, I was kind of had that in the back of my mind. Is this it? Is this what's finally, you know, coming up? So it's been bothering me and weighing on me a little bit, but I also try to just, you know, a lot of these times these things turn out to be absolutely nothing, so I try to put it out of my mind. But I did see a hematologist this week, and he says he's really not too concerned about cancers, but he is more thinking maybe an autoimmune disorder. So I am going to have to follow up on that. He drew a whole bunch of blood, and so I'm going to go back next week and kind of follow up with him on that. And he said, but there's also a possibility that with neutropenia that it can turn out to be idiopathic, meaning there's no known cause, or it can be just something that is common for me. He looked back over some of my older blood work, and I have dipped down below the normal range before, so it could just very well be something that's just how I am, and it's cyclic. It's going to happen, you know, every so often. So it's kind of been bothering me, weighing on me a little bit, but again, it's not, I just kind of like, do I share this? Do I not? But then I kind of ultimately felt like sometimes it makes you feel better to talk about these things and just not keep it all to yourself all the time. And so I thought I would share with you. Like I said, I do consider you guys my friends, and it is something that's going on, you know, behind the scenes. So I just thought I would share that with you. And, you know, hopefully you don't think that I am trying to get attention for that anyway. It's just something I thought I would share because it is sort of something that's been, I've been weighing on my mind a little bit, that I've been thinking about, and I did not want to bring it up before the holidays. So anyway, that is what's going on with that. The other part of that is I had mentioned to you a couple times that we were thinking about getting a puppy, and we kind of put all that on hold with this because we're not really sure what this was going to mean, and we didn't know how, of course, expensive it was going to be. I tend to be very realistic about things, and I'm like, how much is this going to cost? That's always my first concern. What's this going to cost me? Instead of more of the health aspect of it. So we put the puppy on hold because we just don't want to get into any sort of responsibility or expense with that until we know some other stuff. And you know, that was never something that we were on a time frame about anyway. However, we have narrowed it down. We think we're gonna get a pug. We decided that a pug, I think, is gonna be for us. We have looked at very strongly Boston Terriers, and what else did we think about? There was another one that we thought about, but we ultimately decided, oh, French Bulldogs. That was another thing we thought about, but I think a pug. Every time I see a pug, I just smile. I cannot see that face without smiling. So I think that when we're ready, I think that's what we're gonna do. But again, that's on hold. So, but it's really fun. I will sit on YouTube and at night when I'm like relaxing in bed and just watch pug videos. I just love it. Just like I do kitten videos. I can't, it's just, when I eat them with a spoon, I can't stand it. So anyway, that's sort of what's going on right now. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Nothing else really major has been going on. Things are going pretty good. Just trying to bring you videos and live life and doing lots of cooking. We had great holidays, and my parents are going to be coming in to visit not too long from now, so I'm very, very excited about that. I'm going to try to do some pre-filming that week before they come, so it might be seamless, or I might take a few days off because I definitely want to focus my attention on them while we're here. We only see each other a couple times a year, once when we go there and once when they come here normally. So you know, we do like to just sort of have some fun and just focus on that. We will definitely be doing some eating. We are healthy eaters, and we will do some shopping and things like that. So probably some more items to review will come out of that. My mom and I will probably undoubtedly go to Sephora, so we'll see, and I'll try to get her to get some things that I've had on my mind for her if she's willing. And I think sort of the last thing that I just wanted to say is thank you. I don't really get a chance to just sit and say thank you so much for watching my channel, for your encouraging comment, your supports, your video requests, your ideas. I just appreciate it so much. It's always nice when you put out content and videos to have that feedback, because when you're filming, it's very one-sided. I'm just talking to a camera, and so I don't get any sort of that response, and I don't really know how you're going to feel about things and what you're going to like. And so when you leave me comments and things, I always really appreciate it, and I just appreciate the kind things that you say and the encouragement that you give me, and it just means a lot to me. And I love doing this. I love sharing the videos with you guys. I love bringing you reviews. I think reviews are some of my favorite videos to do, because when I get really excited about a product, I want to tell you why and let you make that decision for yourself and kind of see if it's going to be the right thing for you. But I really just enjoy doing that. So I hope it's helpful to you as well. So that, I think, is pretty much it. That sort of brings you up to speed on everything that's been going on here. My husband is out running errands right now, and he's going to come home, and I'm really looking forward to a Mexican food dinner we're going to go out to tonight. I'm so hungry for that. Specifically, this one restaurant that we like that's a little bit further of a drive from our house, but that is what I want. And I am so happy that I married someone that loves Mexican food as much as I do, because we eat it constantly, and I think it's the best. So that is it. I hope you all had a very happy holiday season and a happy new year. I think it's going to be a good year. I think there's going to be a lot of great things coming up, and I'm very excited about some videos that I have, and I'm just looking forward to our continued interaction and friendship and all those wonderful things. So I thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.